Welcome back. We got some news going on around the league, and I think the media is maybe making more of this than what meets the eye. But after Max Pacioretty, are we? Max Pacioretty, in the year leading up to him being traded to the Vegas Golden Knights, things were not good between Marc Bergevin and Max Pacioretty, and it was really uncomfortably obvious every time you saw them together that it wasn't working. Now, talks have broken off with Brendan Gallagher about an extension. He's not a free agent right now, but he would be next year. My guess is Gallagher wants more money, or a term, than Montreal's willing to offer right now. Now, there is no reason to panic right now, because there's still a lot of time. But if I'm a Montreal fan, I might be thinking, right, and there was with Pacioretty, and then he went to Vegas. The good news is that trade to Vegas worked out pretty well for Montreal. The bad news is Brendan Gallagher is the kind of guy they need in this lineup. So for Montreal, the idea of guys like Danault and Gallagher buying in may involve them agreeing to take less money or less term than what they're initially looking for in order to help out the Montreal Canadiens. And Brendan Gallagher may already be looking at his contract and saying, hey, I gave you guys a discount last time around. I'm not doing that again. So we'll see if this is the beginning of another Max Pacioretty type situation or if it's no big deal. Right now, it's no big deal. But we'll keep an eye on it, won't we? Because without Brendan Gallagher, Montreal, it completely changes their entire forward group. The Edmonton Oilers, they're planning on not having Klefbom next season. So the plan is to work around the idea that Klefbom probably doesn't play. So this is where adding Tyson Barrie was key. Because if they're not going to have Klefbom, that's going to increase the pressure on Tyson Barrie to go out there and prove himself. It also means Barrie will get extra ice time and get a chance to put up points playing with that McDavid kid who's pretty good. So for the Oilers, that may mean, because you don't have to worry about that cap hit for Klefbom, maybe you spend a little extra money for 1 year to bring somebody in on top of Barrie. But again, that's the plan, is that next season they probably won't have Klefbom due to injury, which is too bad because Oscar Klefbom, when he's 100%, he is one of the better defensemen in the league. And I've said that before, and I still stand by it. I think he can be an excellent defenseman. So the Champions Hockey League in Europe, which involves 31 teams from 12 different countries, they already had one team back out of the tournament, and now they've canceled the 2020-21 season due to the pandemic and travel restrictions in Europe. Just the logistics, it doesn't work. So this is the first potential domino in terms of 2020-2021. And it's a matter of, the numbers aren't looking great in Europe. They aren't looking great in Canada, really anywhere right now. And there are travel restrictions in place that they feel make it pretty much impossible to have this work. I think it's Belfast that had already opted out before they announced that they were just canceling it for this year. But yeah, so that's going to fall by the wayside, and they'll, I guess, pick it up again next year. So that's one less hockey-related item for us to look at throughout the winter. Johnny Boychuk, it's likely there's going to be a trade, and I'm not sure where and I'm not sure when, and I haven't got any notifications of one yet. But it looks like they're trying to move out his cap hit because they've got that Barzal kid they want to re-sign. He's pretty good too, and so Barzal, to get him signed and get Pulock signed, it's not going to be cheap. And so Boychuk, it looks like his cap hit's going to go. Boychuk can be a useful bottom two defenseman, yes, but at $6 million a year, he is now too highly priced. I could, and I've said this in recent videos as well, I could see Boston being in on him because they do need to replace Chara on that blue line. They have lost Krug. I could see Boychuk being brought in as a third pairing option, but they'd still be short a top four defenseman, and I don't think they'd want to eat the entire $6 million cap hit. So something else would have to happen there. And we'll see what happens with Boychuk. Speaking of Boston, they will be without the services of Pastrnak and Marchand from the looks of things to start next season whenever it starts. And it doesn't really matter whether it starts in December, January, or February. So Marchand had sports hernia surgery. That will take him 4 months to come back from. It's currently October. That leads you into February. And Pastrnak had surgery on his right hip. That could be 5 months. So that could lead into March. So it looks like Marchand and Pastrnak being out So if you're a Bruins fan and you're all concerned about losing Torrey Krug and you're all worried about how Don Sweeney's not doing anything, this might be part of it. It may very well be that Don Sweeney looked at the offseason injuries and how this was going to work out and said next season might end up being a write-off altogether, combined with the reality that we're probably going to see a compressed schedule. We're going to probably see fewer games. And now without Marchand and Pastrnak, Boston's already considered a top-heavy team, but without them, I just don't know. Maybe Boston does end up falling out of the playoffs next year if these guys aren't back until 2 months into a season that only lasts for 3.5, maybe 4. That to me, losing one or the other is tough enough, but losing both, I don't know. I don't know that Boston has it in them, and I don't blame them. It's not it's not like if any other team in the league lost 2 of their top 3 forwards that they'd be, we're fine. We're no big deal. But yeah, that's tough for Boston, and we'll see how they do. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below regarding any of these articles on the board. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.